Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are diving into a critical security task for any system administrator, which is how to block remote desktop access from specific IP address ranges using the Windows Firewall on a Windows Server 2025 system, and we will learn how to create a custom firewall rule to restrict access to the remote desktop protocol. This is a vital step in hardening your server against unauthorized access and potential brute force attacks. First, let's look at the current state of our environment. Right now, if I open any computer on this network and attempt a remote desktop connection to our server or domain controller, it connects and logs in without any issues. This is because, by default, there are no security policies or firewall rules in place to block these specific incoming connections. And to secure the server and block this specific machine, the first thing we need is its unique identifier on the network, the IP address on the client computer you want to restrict. Simply open a command prompt window and type the command ipconfig. Look for the IPv4 address line, that is the address we will be targeting in our firewall rule to cut off its access. Now that we have the IP address of PC we want to block, it is time to head over to the server and start configuring the firewall. Open the control panel on the server, then find the Windows Defender Firewall section. You will find the basic settings here, but since we need granular control over specific ports and IP addresses, we will look at the menu on the left-hand side and click on Advanced Settings. The Windows Defender Firewall with Advanced Security Interface will immediately open. This is the professional environment where we can define precise inbound and outbound rules. Therefore, you can specify who is allowed to connect to this server and who is strictly prohibited. Look at the console tree on the left, right-click on Inbound Rules and select New Rule. This opens the new Inbound Rule Wizard, which is the guided path we will use to build our security filter from the ground up. For the rule type, we will select the custom option because it gives us complete flexibility, unlike predefined rules for programs or ports. On the next screen, leave the option selected for all programs and click the Next button. For the protocol type, we are going to select TCP. The reason is simple: Remote Desktop Protocol relies on TCP because it requires a reliable, connected session to transmit your screen data. And in the local port section, you need to change the option from all ports to specific ports. We do this because we don't want to block all communication to the server, we only want to target the specific doorway used by remote desktop. And in the port field, enter 3389. This is the industry standard port number that Windows uses for remote desktop. Leave the rest of the settings as they are, and click the Next button. Now we arrive at the scope window, which is one of the most important parts of this configuration. In the top section, under Local IP Addresses, we will select these IP addresses and click Add. Here, I am entering the specific IP address of our server. This ensures the rule is pinned exactly to this machine's network interface. Moving to the bottom section for remote IP addresses, we will also select these IP addresses and hit Add. This opens a sub-window where we have two powerful options. You could enter a single IP address if you only want to block one specific computer, but for this demonstration, we are going to use the This IP Address Range option. Here, enter the range you want. What this does is create a no-access zone. Any device with an IP address falling anywhere within this specific range will be completely unable to establish a remote desktop connection to this server. It's a highly efficient way to secure an entire department or a specific group of workstations all at once. Once you have defined your range, go ahead and click Next. In the Action window, we are going to select Block the Connection. The reason we choose this is straightforward. We want the firewall to immediately drop any traffic that matches the conditions we just set. By selecting Block, we ensure that no handshake or communication can occur between the restricted IP range and our RDP port, and click Next. And on the profile screen, we are going to leave all three options, domain, private, and public, checked. We do this to ensure our security rule is always active, regardless of how the server is connected to the network, whether it's on a local corporate domain or a public interface. This block remains in force. Go ahead and click Next again. Now we reach the final step, giving our rule a name. I'm going to call it Block RDP. It is very important to give your rules clear, descriptive names, so that when you or another administrator looks at the firewall list later, you can immediately identify exactly what the rule. Then click the Finish button. You will now see your new Block RDP rule appearing at the top of the inbound rules list in the firewall interface, active and ready to protect your server. Now that we have applied our new security rule, we are going back to the same client computer we used at the start of the video when we attempt to establish a remote desktop connection to the server. Now, you will notice a significant change. Instead of seeing the login prompt, a connection error window appears. This is exactly what we want to see. This message indicates that the connection cannot be established, often suggesting that the server is unavailable or remote access is disabled. In our case, it proves that the Windows Firewall is doing its job perfectly by intercepting the request from our blocked IP range and preventing it from ever reaching the server's RDP service. Mastering the Windows Firewall in Windows Server 2025 is one of the most effective ways to enhance the protection of your infrastructure. I hope this tutorial helps you secure your environment more effectively. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel for more technical tutorials on Windows Server and networking. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.